Hi, it's Will from StormTheCastle.com, and this is a tutorial on how to make an origami tulip. It's a nice little flower, and it's pretty easy to make. If you've never done any origami, this is a good place to start. It's kind of cute, and it comes in two parts. Making a flower like this, you make the actual flower itself, and you make the stem. So that takes two pieces of paper, and what you need is two squares of paper, just about any size. To make these, and this proportion here is the same size, so I use two same size papers, but I made these out of 3-inch squares. These are all 3-inch squares of paper. So I'm going to do this tutorial with larger 6-inch squares here, just so it's easier for you to see and understand. It won't take you long, a couple of minutes, and you can have these folded up. And I did want to point out that you can make it and you can actually put it together and stand it up, and it will stand up on its own without any glue or anything, but I do have this stuff glued down, so it's easy for me to work with and I don't have to worry about it. But I also wanted to say is, be creative with it. Try some different things. Like I got this in this takeout box. I made an arrangement of them, so you can make a little dish to put them in or something like that. So, make yourself up with a few of them. Experiment with the colors. I really like the red of this one. I don't know if you can see that one. Yeah, and just have some fun with it and just practice your origami. So let's launch right into the tutorial here. And my first instinct here for reaching for the paper is to start making a crane. That's funny. Take your sheet of paper, colored side down if it's only one-sided color. Fold it in half, crease it and unfold it. Turn it, crease it in half again, there we go, and unfold it. So now you've got some nice creases and you know where the center of that is. Now fold all 4 corners into the center like this. There we go. All 4 into the center. Now fold it and turn it like this, and then fold it in half. Just like that. Now fold it in half again. There we go. Now this is a little bit tricky if you're new to origami, but we're going to squash this. Take this top flap, pick it up, put your finger in there, all the way down to the bottom, and see how that wants to open like that? See it? Squash that down. And flip it over and do the same thing. Pick up the flap, put your finger in there, and squash it right down. There we go. Now our flower is starting to take shape, and probably, if you've done some other origami, you might recognize this. This is very similar to the water bomb. Now there's a center line here where your fold is. I don't know if you can see that. Right? There's a center line. What we're going to do is we're going to fold all 4 flaps to that center line. 2 on this side, we'll flip it over and we'll fold the other 2 flaps. So I'm going to turn this just so it's easy for me. Right? Fold your flaps to points right into the center. Like that. See it? Then we're going to flip it over and do the same thing. Try to keep these lines nice and straight. So, and alright, well, fold them into the center. Now notice that this is the top with all the opens. Down the bottom here is all closed. So this is your top, and that makes a difference here in what we're going to do next. We're going to fold this in half between this crease. So open it up, and there's your crease there. From the top, fold it in half like that. See it? There we go. And then refold it back on that line. So this is the line of importance here. Open it up, fold it to that line, right? And then fold it back on that original crease. So you have this. Do the same thing on the other side. And we're almost done. Flip it over. Fold it in half like that. Fold it over. Fold it in half. Fold it over. And we're done. Our origami tulip is done. So now a couple of options you can do. You can cut a hole in this and blow in it to inflate it. Me, I like to just put my finger in there and kind of open it up gently to make the flower shape. So you can see how that will open. See? There we go. And I like the color of this. This is a nice colored flower. There we go. Alright. Hey, manipulate it a little bit, get a nice shape out of it, and you're ready. So now let's do the stem. And I've run out of green paper, so we're just going to use this paper. Let me see. Fold it in half diagonally like this, and then unfold it. See? There you go. So we've got that line right down the middle. So now take both sides and fold them in like this. Remember, this is your bottom, so just kind of keep that in mind so you don't get lost. Fold in half like this. Do the same thing on the other side. You don't have to do it 1,000 cranes. I needed to take a break from origami, and I'm glad I'm back to it. So we got it like this. Now we're going to do the same thing on the top half. Fold that into the center line like this. See, like that. So I'm just going to turn it so it's easy for me. Both halves, both sides. There we go. Now one more time, except now back again to the bottom. Take the bottom and fold it in like that. And we're almost done. Fold both sides in. There we go. Now let's make this stem. So take the bottom half, fold it up, and you can fold it to be even with this, or I like to go just a little bit taller, so the stem is taller than the leaf. But if you're going to make a bunch of them, vary them up, make different heights, because it looks better in an arrangement. There we go. Now fold it in half, and you've already got all your center folds already done, so this will be easy. Now all we have to do is bring this stem out a little bit. So grab this, grab your stem, bring it out a little bit, and then re-squash it. And you're good. I don't know if you can see that. And you're good, see? So now all we need to do is poke a little hole in the bottom of the flower and put that right on top of that. Put that right on top of there. Try to get it in the center. And there we go. Origami tulip. Looks better if it's, well, that's kind of cute.